Wetlands are areas where water covers the soil or is present near the surface of the soil for all or varying periods of the year. When it comes to wetlands, there are four main types. There is the fern, the swamp, the bog, and the marsh. Bogs are characterized by their spongy peat deposits, acidic waters, and floor covered by thick carpet moss, whereas marshes are usually treeless and dominated by grass and other herbaceous plants. When it comes to swamps, they are usually characterized by their mineral soils, poor drainage, and plants dominated by trees. Lastly, fens are typically peat-forming wetlands that rely on groundwater input and require thousands of years to develop. They cannot easily be restored once they are damaged.
The plant you are looking at here is known as the common reed. It is a tall, slaty member of the grass family, and the species stands about 5 to 15 feet tall. This wetland plant is known as the cattail, and they have long tapering leaves that have smooth margins and are somewhat spongy.
Modded soil has a blotchy color as seen here. It comes from oxygen-rich areas which become oxygen-depleted areas.
Unless drained, gleic soil gains properties of the gleic characteristics when being saturated for long enough.
Wetlands function as natural sponges that trap and slowly release water that comes from rain, snowmelt, groundwater, and floodwater.
60% of the fish we eat are supplied by wetlands. Bigger fish will come up, lay their eggs in the wetlands, in the little streams. The little fish will hatch, eat bugs and such, grow, and then swim their way back out to mate, and then the cycle will continue. They lay them up here because there are no predatory fish that can fit and swim up and eat the babies.
Wetlands are able to remove nitrogen and phosphorus through a combination of physical, chemical, and biological processes. This, in turn, gets rid of negative chemicals and keeps the wetland new and fresh. What you are looking at here is known as deer rub, and that's where a male buck rubs his antlers on trees to mark his territory and to shed off some of his antler. This is a sign that they have been through the wetland.
A common trait in all wetlands is that they do not have a lot of oxygen in the soil. Because of that, these minerals such as iron like to come to the top of the water, and if you put your hand in it, it becomes orange. This used to be a beaver dam. What happened to the beaver dam, John? So due to too much water buildup over in this area, the county had to tear it down so that water flow to the water.
Wetlands have been called biological supersystems because they produce great volumes of food that support a remarkable level of biodiversity. In terms of numbers and variety of species supported, they are as rich as rainforests and coral reefs. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers regulates activities in waterways and wetlands under the authority of federal laws.